Hey everyone, you're listening to Zubin Rashid on Live Life the Way You Want. In this podcast, I talk to you about moving out of the 9 to 5 mentality, how you can be the best in what you do, how you can grow in life and be happy, and a lot more things to achieve freedom from the rat race. The episode begins. Affirmations that can transform your thoughts. Do you know how your subconscious mind works? The simple fact is what you feed into your subconscious mind comes back to you manifold. So, if we feed a lot of negative thoughts, it comes back to our conscious mind much more than what we initially fed to the subconscious mind. If you keep thinking about all the things that are not working out and how everything is impossible for you, you are unknowingly feeding these thoughts to the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is capable of thoughts, and you can control your conscious mind if you want. The subconscious mind is not under our direct control, but what we think in our conscious mind is affecting the subconscious mind. So we have indirect control over our subconscious minds. And this is where we need to see how over time we can change the way we think and be happier and more successful. You see, the mind is our most precious intangible possession. We may not have thought about this very often, but it is your mind that can make everything happen. Without the mind, we are basically vegetables. All advertisers want to enter our minds and control our minds to a certain extent. They occupy some space in our minds and they also transform our thoughts without our realization. I'm not trying to say that advertising is bad or negative. In fact, every person we meet influences us in some way or the other. That means that they are affecting our minds, whether positively or negatively. The point that we need to understand is whether we are consciously aware of these influences. In most cases, we are not aware of these effects. The moment we start being conscious of our thoughts, we start having more control over our minds. That is when we start having more control over our lives as well. Let us consider the thoughts that you might have regularly. What do you say to yourself unknowingly or unconsciously? I tried my best, but it did not work. I don't think I can do this. This is too difficult for me. That's a nice car, but I can't afford it. I'm not good at studying because I'm not as intelligent as my classmates. My boss doesn't like me, and I don't think I can get a promotion this year. Why does this always happen only to me? Do these questions sound familiar to you? I'm not saying that all these thoughts come to you every day, but surely some such thought or the other comes to you quite regularly. If these thoughts are not part of your regular life, then you are quite sorted with your conscious mind. But if your answer is yes, these kinds of thoughts come to you quite frequently, then let me give the solution to get rid of these thoughts and bring back control in your life. First of all, we need to move from a problem-centered approach to thinking to a solution-centered approach. What does this mean? Well, instead of thinking about the problem, start focusing on the solution to the problem. We spend so much time just thinking about the problem, and then with our negative thoughts, we amplify the problem in our minds. The way out of this is simple. Once you think about the problem, then you start thinking only about alternative solutions to the problem. Keep writing down the solutions on a piece of paper. You will immediately start feeling better and more positive about the situation. Secondly, when you have thoughts like the ones I stated earlier, you can change that by being logical. For example, when you're thinking that you tried your best but it did not work and you don't think you can do this, ask yourself, what are the ways you can do this? Even if it takes longer to do what you want to do, you can do almost everything. So it is not that you cannot do something. It is just that you may not be able to do something within a restricted environment or time frame. To change this to positive, you change the statement to this: it did not work, but I tried my best based on what resources I have at present. I can do this if I get some other or more resources. This changes the way you think about the situation, and it also feeds something positive to the subconscious mind. So, using the same method, instead of thinking, that's a nice car, but I can't afford it, you change the statement to, that's a nice car, how can I afford it? Do you see how it changes your thought process? Instead of making it impossible for you to get that car, you feed into your subconscious mind a question to find solutions to the problem statement. Your mind will get activated to find solutions or answers to that question. Finally, let me tell you about affirmations. These are statements that are positive and solution oriented and not problem oriented. These statements have the power to change the way you think, and when you change your thoughts into constructive and solution oriented, your actions also change accordingly. Every morning when you wake up, tell yourself these affirmations. It is a wonderful day and I'm going to achieve all my goals today. I'm strong, I'm good, I'm capable, I will put in my best efforts today. I love learning and today is another opportunity to get better. Or you create your own affirmations based on what you want to achieve and how you want to think. This is how you can control your thoughts and positively influence your subconscious mind. And say these affirmations out aloud once again just before you go to sleep. You decide on your affirmations. You choose the words that you want to tell yourself. And once you have the affirmations in place, just start saying them every morning and night. What have you got to lose? Nothing. It takes a couple of minutes to do this, but the transformation that you will go through over a period of time will be invaluable. Start using affirmations from today itself. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to this episode of Live Life the Way You Want. To be notified of upcoming episodes, be sure to subscribe and follow this show on this app right now. Also, don't forget to rate and review this show because that feels great. Thank you.